Let's talk about Deal by the Grateful Dead. So there's a few parts. You've got the intro, you've got the verse chords, the chorus chords, and soloing. And that's it. There's nothing else to this song. So we're going to start out with the intro, and then we'll walk through each of those in order. This is what the intro sounds like. So it's all based on an A chord. I'll make that clear now that this song is in the key of A major. If this kind of structural breakdown is helpful, I do this every week inside of Tough Club. As a member, you'll get access to the full lessons, complete with PDF practice routines, backing tracks, and tablature for everything shown in these videos. Start your free trial by clicking the link below to sign up. So the main idea here with this intro is that you want to be doing something with every single time that you strum the chords. Now that I've said that, watch as I play this. Right, every time I strum, something's happening. So keep that in mind. For the first down up, I'm just on the A chord. And then I'll hit the 3rd fret of the A string, then the 4th fret of the A string. And then I'll hit that A chord again. Now, that's the next little riff here. You're going 2 to 4 on the D string to the 2nd fret on the G string. Still keeping that cadence here. Now the next time around, it's the same beginning, but at the end, you're doing this stretch here. So you're going to the 5th fret of the D string, to the 4th fret of the D string, to the 2nd fret, which is part of this A. Like that. That's pretty difficult, especially at speed. That's it. That's the intro, right? Moving on to the verse chords. I'm just going to play through it and describe them as I go. Know that they're listed in the lesson recap so you can reference that if you need to. Starting out with an A, right? C sharp 7, F sharp minor, E, D, D sharp diminished. So again, that part. Here's a C sharp 7. F sharp minor, E, D, D sharp diminished. Now, the next half of the verse is an A. Then you're going to walk down to an F sharp 7. So that's on the 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret on the E string. There's your F sharp 7. Then you got a B7 after that, and a D7 after that. So I'll do that whole part again. Right? That's it. Lots of chords. If you don't understand these 7 chords, check out the lesson titled Major 7th and Dominant Chords, or Expanding Your Chord Vocabulary. That's another one. If these chords are just too difficult right now for you, if you're a beginner, don't worry about it. The song is hard, and these changes are pretty quick. So honestly, I would go and really try to work on your bar chords before coming back to this. Now, to finish off the verse, we're starting the same way. And that's it. Then we're into the chorus. So it's that first line again. So you can think about it as like A being that line, B is. So it's like an A, B, A, if that makes any sense. So that's the verse. Again, I'll just play through it once, and I'll go right into the chorus, which is very simple. Chorus, we got 3 chords, A, G, D. That's it. That's the entire song. The intro part, the verse, and the chorus. And you can see that it's pretty quick and these transitions are fast. So consider this rhythm part as pretty difficult and spend more time working on it because, I was kind of just flying through the chords there, but it's important to have this stuff really, really nailed so that it sounds clean as either a rhythm guitar player or as a lead player who's just, playing through as he's singing the verse. Now let's talk about soloing. We're going to start with the beginner approach, which is going to be pretty basic. Again, we're in A major pentatonic. So this is what you got. If you haven't learned that yet, check out the intro to soloing lesson. If you know the extensions, feel free to use those. And in your soloing, I would recommend trying to pull out a few more techniques than you might usually do. So that means bending, that means sliding. Try to find some other notes that might not usually fit within the scale. So, try out does that note work, right? Which is not in the pentatonic. Or does this note work, right? Right? So you can kind of just explore a little bit because I guess what I'm trying to get at here is there are so many chord changes in this. And as you get more and more advanced, we start to actually focus on them more and more. But for right now, if you want to sort of get that jazzy-ish feel in your solo, try to just add in some irregular notes and see what you can do. So here's what my beginner approach would sound like. Now, the intermediate approach, you've got two choices. Number one, you can take that beginner approach and expand it to the entire neck. But this time, I want you to play in A major. So, right? All of these scales. And if you don't know all of those scales, check out the Cage System lessons. That includes Cage System overview, major pentatonic scales from the cage shapes, and the Mixolydian and overview of the major scale. That's the first thing. You can take this backing track and just work on playing across the whole neck with a few of those irregularities in mind. So bending, sliding, finding, outside notes. The second approach is to learn the solo that I have tabbed below. It's from that Dead Set live album on Spotify, and I thought it was a really cool solo, so I made the tabs for it. I want you to learn it and just try to get a feel for what those licks are like. You don't need to worry too much about the specific notes and why they sound good over certain chords, because if you're an advanced player, we're going to talk about that in a second. Don't worry about that as intermediates. Just try to learn the solo. See if you can. See if you trip over anything, if you find new areas that you can play that sound cool. And then, if you come back and you decide that it was pretty easy, then check out the advanced approach. Here's what my intermediate approach would sound like. Good luck with this lesson. Let me know if you have any other questions.